Hey there, Brian Kernoyer, partner with the BC team at Compass Real Estate here in Nashville, Tennessee. As we continue our work from home situation here in Nashville, for this episode, we moved to the front foyer of our home because a guy can only sit upstairs in his office for so long, and plus there's better light down here, so you got to get out of there for a little while. Today, I've been looking back and studying history, seeing what happened through previous recessions, because history usually tells a story, right? If we can see what happened then, it can give us confidence in what's happening now while we seem to be in the pit of this recession. Give us some confidence of how we're going to come out of this, and let's look ahead towards the future. So I've been looking at what happened during 9/11 and what happened during 08 and 09. Today I want to talk about particularly 9/11, and then if you're a buyer or a seller, what should you be doing right now? So let's look at 9/11. And the reason I want to focus on that one is I believe that 9/11 and today have more in common because they're event-driven circumstances that are causing the market to dive. So I've got a great quote here. David Rosenberg, chief economist, partner with a firm up in New York City. Here's what he says. What 9/11 has in common with what's happening today is that the shock has also generated fear, angst, and anxiety among the general public. People avoided crowds then as they believed another terrorist attack was coming, and they're acting the same today to avoid getting sick. True, the same parts of the economy are under pressure: airlines, leisure, hospitality, restaurants, entertainment, consumer discretionary services in general. Again, it's event-driven. Here's what the S&P did during 9/11. Check that out. 45% dive. Look what annual home price appreciation did in the years following. 8.5%, 6.5%, 8.5%. Remember, the market crashed after 9/11 because of a terrorist attack. In 50 some days before Christmas, the market had corrected and was back. That was fast. I think the same thing is going to happen right now. I'll go on record right here saying I believe that we are going to come out of this sooner than anyone thinks. I think we're going to come up with a solution to this. All of this stay-at-home quarantining is going to pay off, and I think we're going to come out of this, and we're going to come out of this very strongly. So stay tuned for that. With that in mind, if you're a buyer or a seller right now, what should you do? Buyers, it's obviously very challenging right now. Under Nashville, we are forbidden from doing open houses. Showings, according to the data, which I track daily, last week took a major nosedive. So showings are way, way down. We are still getting a few showings on our listings, but not nearly as many. So if you need to buy a house right now, we are allowed to show houses. The real estate sales have been determined to be an essential function. And as you know, they've limited all businesses except essential businesses. Well, people needing to have a place to live is essential. So we can take you out and show homes. We just have to take a lot of precautions, which we are doing anyway. So if you need to see a house, let's go do it. If you can wait, now's a great time to get in touch with me. Let's start talking about where you want to live. Let's look around at the neighborhoods. Let's look at what the data is doing. And let's hold off just a little bit. And as soon as this thing clears, let's be ready to go. Also, as a buyer, what you need to be doing right now is talking to a lender. Let's talk about rates. Rates have been really low. They actually hit historic lows about 2 weeks ago. And then in about 48 hours, they popped back up to mid threes, which is still phenomenal. But then the Fed funds rate went down to zero. And everybody said, okay, here go the mortgage rates. And to back that up, here's another chart I've got. This shows for almost 50 years, the 30-year mortgage rate has moved in unison with the 10-year treasury rate. But look what's happened recently. 10-year treasury rate dropped. Again, the Fed funds rate went to zero, but the mortgage rates actually ticked up a little bit. What the heck? That's because refinancing is so in demand right now. There's such a backlog of that. The mortgage companies haven't had to lower the rates yet, but stand by, it's coming. So talk to a lender now, go through all the rigmarole of getting pre-approved, lock in your rate, and they give you an option to float down. So you're locked in at 3 and change, great. When this thing floats down, you already have all the paperwork done, you're already pre-approved, float that puppy down to where it needs to be, and we'll go buy something. That's my advice. For sellers, it's even more challenging right now because, again, we're forbidden from doing open houses right now. Showings have taken a nosedive. It's okay. There's so much demand here in Nashville especially. We have a huge demand for good listings. There's listings on the market, but we need good listings. People that have taken the time to prepare the home, that show well, that are ready for the market. So If you're thinking about selling, let's talk right now. You're stuck at home. Let's take some time to do the things that we need to do to get your home in pristine order. Compass has concierge available. If you need some cash to do that, Compass Concierge is available for that. We will pay for the things you need to do. We can talk more about that. Just message me. Talk to me right now. Let's get your home ready, because as soon as we come out of this thing, we're going to need these listings. And I believe there's going to be a pent-up demand for people that want to get their homes on the market. So I think we'll have a flood of listings. Let's make ours the best. We're going to have a flood of buyers, and I think the supply and demand is actually going to be very healthy, and we're going to have what was already geared up to be a great spring environment. I think it's going to be even better. So hold tight right now, buyers, sellers. Now's the time to talk to your lender, talk to your agent. Give me a call, message me if you have any questions. As soon as we come out of this thing, we'll hit the ground running. I'm here to help however we can. Brian Kernoyer, Compass Real Estate, Nashville, Tennessee. Hope everybody's safe, healthy, happy. See ya.